We're having a misunderstanding, but maybe I should tell you what is maybe that's it informative to someone. Well, I was saying, well, you know this. That I've been saying for a while, like, we do our activity out there. I don't have anything, people like me do certain things to like relax at the end of the day or something that are in and of themselves something we could like share with someone as like there's something you persons like me are into that who didn't watch TV before we were commenting on it in this way. And what kinds of it's part of why people aren't politically or economically awake. They're also not interested in all kinds of things that will be part of that, or certain things you need to enjoy. You need to know what's going on at the time politically. But then you said something. I thought you were signaling like something would be like, oh, well, okay. I was looking at different categories, all right. But there is like a category movie. I know what you mean, but nah, I mean that's some recent. Why are they even categorizing it? That's not Amazon. That's not. So I don't even want to mention what it is because like that's on. Everyone's. There's no need for that. I mean, there's no need. What about Yaphet Kotto? I mean, what do we look? Is it there? Are these like categories in Amazon? Like the degree that we're doing activities that has as the part. I mean, you could, but it has a dimension of talking about certain different. Well, I don't know, being in a multicultural society. There's a lot of different things happening. I mean, in the history of it. But right, I mean, there are categories of American films of all kinds of whatever that will be that are but about different. Like, but we having a disagreement about what would constitute a film like that, like a film about but it is not the. Well, no, I mean, I should share this with anyone to see it real time. Like, you sort of knocked when it was, there's a title, says it's called, it's category, I know it's in the video store too, it's called African American Cinema. But I mean, it's not, I mean, that's not, those aren't movies, I don't know what that's about. Like, they made something, they're categorizing things, but it's like, yeah, it's like Spike Lee movies and stuff in that category. But I was like, I didn't know what you meant. But like early, I was like, oh wait, you mean right? There's the category that put like early Bill Cosby films. Like a lot of people don't know Bill Cosby did dramas in like the '70s and stuff. I sort of thought you were saying like you know about some of those films. Why don't you watch one of those? Like friendly suggestion, for a variety of reasons. Like all right, like don't want people know about all the different films like that Bill Cosby was in when he was younger. But then you started knocking and this and the color and this pain. I'm gonna say, wait a minute. I mean, I don't really like know what that's all about. Really, like, I mean, what I don't know what that I don't the categories like that in movies. What do you mean African American cinema? I know what they mean, but they put there's different. But those that's not really. If it's not a good movie, I mean, I don't know why is it African American cinema. What is that? I mean, but that doesn't make any. I mean, that's not how people like me like categorize movies. Like this is, but they do have such a category. But I don't like that. That's like saying Latino cinema. Like doesn't make any sense. Like that's the way you did. But there's American cinema. There's French cinema. There's cinema in Africa. I mean, but I mean, you could look at foreign films. But no, like the film category about like that's categorized by like that main most characters in it are a certain ethnic group, or right? That's not how I think of looking for films. But that wouldn't tell me that wouldn't be like it would say that would be like saying I'm gonna look for films in which I want to look at white cinema. Like I mean, it doesn't really make sense of how I pick films. But I was trying to see like maybe you sort of how you make you were you thinking of a specific film or something, or maybe like a historical film. But I don't really know what that. I don't really know how to pick what that. That's how I think of film. But then you were like banging and this and that. And I was like, what am I missing? Like I don't know. Like those films. That's not a good listing of films. But like they certainly don't have the films of Yaphet Kotto. Like it's my favorite. To the degree we have to about race, my favorite African American actor that no one knows about. He was in thousands of movies. That guy, that may be my favorite. I had to categorize people. Yeah, that's my favorite African American actor. No one's heard of him. Yaphet Kotto. He's awesome. Would you call it a character actor? I mean, he basically is himself. He acts as he's a great actor, but in the way he's not really playing characters. It's Yaphet Kotto. Like he's a movie star by being Yaphet Kotto. A cool cucumber. Oh, I love that guy. He's been in so many movies, but he's just not the star. But I mean, that would be what I would, if you were looking for a film with by those kind of categorizations. Well, then we should get the film, all the films of the Yaphet Kotto appearing. But I don't think of it like that. But that's it. I mean, I don't know. I'm making a point. Like I don't like I mean, I don't want like Sidney Poitier, who's like considered like a great, this considered great African American actor. I really don't like Sidney Poitier films. I mean, um, but Yaphet Kotto, maybe that was the point you're making. I don't know. I'm trying. There's no other point, but yeah. Well, no, I mean See, is there? I was thinking you meant like a film about where the background political economic situation in the country, like you could see. The films are a great way to learn about history. That's sometimes not in books, like the kind of films or the way things are depicted in a film, like that. That they're trying to. That's a good way to learn about history. That's not in a book. That's one thing, but to the extent that there's a film like that about that comes to mind about African Americans, though nothing comes to mind where the background political situation will be sort of obvious in the film or something like that. But not really. Oh, no, but not really. That's I don't like that. I can't categorize movies like that. It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, nah, is it because of, what are you trying to tell me? Well, but what I know is not necessarily what you guys are trying to tell me, but we were on you were talking about something political, I guess. Yeah, I mean, what it seems that the depiction of certain people like actually got less and less realistic and more negative as it we went into the as time progressed. By the time you get to like what you know, the depictions of certain types of people seem to have a lot of different types of people just got worse and worse in terms of how they're what kind of characters are appearing in movies. But that's true of a lot of different types of people. Yaphet Kotto started another generation. Like there were, but then Arno Yaphet. There's no right stuff like that. It is interesting to see how people are depicted in movies, but that I never saw anything that made me think Africa, how something that would be exemplary of like something to do with African Americans. But that's that. It's very easy to see the way women, the way the different ways women were depicted. That's an easy one. If you look at the progression of films and how we mentioned the James Bond movies and stuff, how that's really a lot of that stuff's really I can't believe people aren't noticing it. Oh, the best one is It's a Wonderful Life's going to be on. See if you notice anything in that movie that startlingly reminds you of how women were perceived at an earlier time. No one notices it. No one notices it. What happened to Mary? But I mean, I don't really know, so I'm going to be quiet.